Hey there, how's it going? So today I wanted to jump on live to talk about a beginner-friendly lead generation strategy. Pound live if you happen to be catching this video live, let me know where you're tuning in from. Pound replay if you happen to be catching the replay, let me know where you are tuning in from. If you want a deeper dive and you are a coach, consultant, course creator, and or you own or operate your very own credit repair company and you would like to know how you can add an additional $5,000 to $10,000 to your monthly income, then I invite you to take advantage of a free marketing optimization call by going over to VladimirAdonis.com. All right, so a beginner friendly lead generation strategy. So when I say beginner friendly, I mean that this person is at the beginning of their lead generation strategy, and that from a resource standpoint, they may not necessarily have a lot of resources. I remember maybe probably about 2 years ago, I was working with a new client, and when I start to work with a new client, some of the things that we do is we design that person's messaging to be able to try to understand what message will attract their ideal client, and in creating that, we create different assets so that way people can engage with those different assets. And I remember telling this individual that, hey, as part of this overall strategy, one of the things that we're going to do after we build your marketing system is we're going to use Facebook ads as a way to try to bring people to us, as a way to try to bring people to you, and as a way for you to go ahead and generate leads. All right, how's it going, Jacqueline? Thanks for tuning in live. And I told this individual, well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use Facebook ads to try to bring in, more leads. And at the time, that person didn't have the resource for Facebook ads. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, no Facebook ads. We don't have the resources to run Facebook ads. What can we do to go ahead and generate leads? I had been hearing about the concept of people going into group and creating groups and doing all of these different things with groups. And I hadn't really tested any of that stuff on my own. So I said, you know what? Now is a good time for me to go ahead and try and create a group and develop what I might call a case study and see how that entire methodology might work for someone like myself. So then I decided to just create my own system, my own methodology. So the first thing that I thought about is thought about, okay, if I'm going to be sending this person to a group, it has to be a group that already has their target audience. So there's already got to be the people that you desire to do business with inside of the group. The other thing that I thought about is that the person that owns and or runs the group, that person, the people that are inside of that group, only a small percentage of those individuals will end up doing business with the group owner anyway, right? Because some people are just in the group just to kind of just be in the group, and they may not necessarily resonate. There's 100 different reasons as to why, let's just say if there's 1,000 people in the group, it's impossible for all 1,000 of them to do business with that group owner. So maybe 100 of those individuals might do business with the group with the group owner. So then you have about 800 or 900 people that are still the target audience, but they may not necessarily move forward. So one of the first things I told this individual to do is once we identify who that group is, what I want you to do is I want you to find ways to have individuals make micro commitments with you. So basically, the idea is people will make small commitments with you, and when they make those small commitments with you, they're going to lead to bigger commitment. So one of the first things I told this individual to do is to first optimize their Facebook page, because you know how sometimes you go to people's Facebook page and you don't necessarily know what it is that they do. You don't have an idea as to what type of products and or services they offer. So I told this person, you want to go ahead and optimize your Facebook page so that way when we start this strategy, we can go ahead and try and implement, we can go ahead and try and attract the right people. So make sure that your Facebook page is properly optimized. So that was step number one. And make sure that my Facebook page was properly optimized. Step number two is you essentially go inside of that group, the group that already has your target audience, and you start to invite those individuals to become friends with you. So guess what's going to happen if you invite 100 people from the group? Let's just say you spend the next 3 days and you invite 100 people to become friends with you. Only a certain percentage, I should say, of those individuals will accept your friend connection. All right, so then that's step number one. If they accept your friend connection, it means that they've made some type of commitment with you. A lot of times people check out your page before they decide to become friends with you. So that's step number one. After they become friends with you, then what you do is you wait a couple of days. You can wait, 4 to 5 days. Then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and invite those individuals to your group, right? This needs to be said that your group needs to be about your target market, right? So let's just say if you help coaches and consultants grow their business using marketing strategy, you need to go ahead and create a group around that, right? So once you create a group around that, you drop a handful of videos inside of that group. Now, right, these people who just became friends with you a couple of days ago, now you can go ahead and invite those individuals to become part of your group. And the same thing applies, right? Let's just say if you invite 50 people to join your group, only a certain percentage of those individuals will go ahead and take you up on that offer, right? There's no such thing as 100%. There's no 100% in anything. However, I've used that strategy. I've had other clients that I've worked with use that strategy, and it's very beginner friendly. And just in case you might be asking, okay, now that these individuals have joined my group, will they eventually do business with me? And the answer to that question is yes. People who join your group and people who follow you and or engage with your content, even people who don't engage with your content will end up doing business with you. I publish content all of the time that people don't necessarily like and or engage with, and they send me direct messages and they engage with me. So you can use, that strategy to go ahead and start to attract and allow people who is the right fit for you to make micro commitments with you. And here's the other thing, right? Once your group reach a certain level, right? So the group that I'm publishing in now, that group has reached a certain level. So let's just say your group has reached the point where there's a couple of hundred people, maybe 700, 800 people. Then what's going to start to happen is that Facebook is going to start recommending your group in other groups, right? So Facebook is going to recommend your groups in other groups, and Facebook is going to start to do some of that legwork and some of that marketing for you. But you have to do the initial work, and you have to do the initial work of inviting people that you connect with to that group to become part of that group. So that is a beginner friendly type of a strategy that you can use to start to allow the people who's the right fit for you to make micro commitments with you. That's it. That's all I have for you today. Pound live if you happen to be catching this video live. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Pound replay if you happen to be catching the replay. That's it. That's all I have for you for now. I'll talk to you soon.